I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. And I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweeting.
What's going on, guys? Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 51. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. It is Monday, April 24th, and we are here to talk about today's best bets. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a lot of success with my DFS lineups over the weekend. Made money on every baseball slate over the weekend. Sports betting was a little different story. I feel like I ran really just poorly. Other than Tank Davis winning that fight, which I was on, I think I lost. I basically broke even on Saturday. I had a couple parlays going Saturday with I had the Rangers, the New York Rangers, not the Texas Rangers. I had the New York Rangers in these parlays. And I thought that the Devils were just dead. I thought they were going to get swept, coming back to MSG for the Rangers. And when that game went to overtime, I hedged. I put a little bit on the Devils, so I ended up basically breaking even for the day, thanks to that. But I essentially lost out on probably what would have been. I think I probably lost close to $3,000 with the Rangers. The Rangers hit the post in overtime and then lost in overtime. And that cost me about $3,000. And then Sunday, I know you said you don't take any money lines higher than minus 150. What about for props? Props is a little bit different than than like straight money lines. But still, if a prop is juiced like minus 140 or over, I would still probably look to parlay that with something to get the odds a little bit. Or what you could do is, so say you like a guy, say I like, I don't know, whoever's pitching today. Say I like Spencer Strider over 6.5 strikeouts. Obviously, that's not his lineup. Just give an example. But say you like him over 6.5 strikeouts, and it's like minus 148 over 6.5. You could just, instead of playing that minus 148 over 6.5, just take something else that you like, and then parlay that with, say, Spencer Strider to get 6+ strikeouts. So it's going to be even worse odds than the minus 148, but you can get better odds by parlaying it with something else. That's probably what I would do. So definitely money line minus 150 is about my cap for baseball. That's not the same for like basketball. I would be fine like over 150 on basketball. That's a little bit different. Baseball is just too random, so I cut it at 150. But even for a prop, if it's like minus 140 over, I still would look to pair it with something just to get a little bit better odds. But yeah, so the Rangers absolutely sold the bag on Saturday. Sunday, yesterday, once again, The Oilers clutched. So there was basically again, I had like 3 teasers going. Everything has hit, and I just needed the Nuggets to lose by 3 points. I had the Nuggets plus 3.5 in multiple teasers. And I was so mad because I had, if you guys saw my Twitter, I had a big parlay that I made that had the Oilers in it. Now, again, this show is not dedicated to parlays. I don't recommend betting parlays if you're trying to grind out money. The majority of my money every single day goes on straight plays. This was just a for fun thing I made on Sunday. And I had this parlay with the Oilers in it. And I had these teasers with the Nuggets plus 3.5. So there was a period where it looked like I was going to win nothing because the Nuggets were down like 10, 12. I stopped watching the game. I was so mad at them. And then the Oilers were down 4-3. So then out of nowhere, the Oilers tie this game up. Evander Kane is hurt and somehow ties this game up. So it's 4-4. So I have some life there. And then the Nuggets go on this insane run with like under a minute left. They score like 12 straight points and they tie this game. Of course, Nikola Jokic misses one of the free throws that would have won them the game and just ended it. But then they go to overtime and they lose by 4. Like, they really couldn't have just lost by 3. I needed a 3-point loss. They couldn't have just came back, tied it, and then, like Ant Edwards hits like a game winner for, like a layup or something. Of course not. So the Nuggets sell the bag last night. Luckily, the Oilers clutched up in OT, though, and won. So. But yeah, I ran super bad over the weekend. My baseball plays ran super bad. We got huge CLV on a number of plays over the weekend. And then like the Guardians bullpen imploded yesterday. We had the under in that game. They give up like a 3-run home run late in that game. We had the over 9.5. We had the over 9 in the Sunday night baseball game. Of course it pushes. It scores 9 runs exactly. Like, just super unfortunate stuff happening. But it's a new week. The Oilers clutching that parlay up. That's going to set the tone for the week. It's going to be a good week. So we're going to talk about some bets today. We'll talk a little NBA and a little MLB. I don't really have any NHL. Do you guys bet on hockey? Do you guys like any of these hockey teams tonight? I mean, I like the Rangers again, but they sold me so hard in that first game back home over the weekend. I don't want to bet on them. So I don't really have any hockey plays today. I lean Rangers. Leafs Lightning can go anyway. I think the Leafs are the better team, but the Lightning they have their backs against the wall here at home. They can't go down 3-1, so that's kind of sketch to bet on the Leafs there, even though I think the Leafs are the better team. Vegas Jets, I could care less about. I guess the Jets, again, have their back against the wall. They don't want to go down 3-1. They're at home, so, they might win, but I don't know. They battled all the way back in that game over the weekend and still lost. Avalanche, Kraken, I think Avalanche are the better team, but same situation. Kraken are at home. They don't want to go down 3-1. So I don't love the hockey slate today in terms of betting on it. As far as basketball goes, let's pull up the live trends tool here and see what's going on here. So we have Bucks Heat, 2 games tonight. Bucks Heat. We have Grizzlies Lakers. I think the Bucks definitely win this game with Giannis back. There's no way that they go down 3-1 with Giannis back, right? I mean, am I incorrect in thinking that? If you get chat, what do you guys think? There's no way the Bucks lose, right? Giannis back, they have to win tonight. Grizzlies Lakers, I think, is a little bit different. We'll talk about that one. Are you surprised the Wolves just didn't lay down to the Nuggets like Brooklyn did? Some teams don't want to travel just to lose. I did kind of think. Okay, so we'll talk about this. I did kind of think that the Nuggets, when it went to overtime, I thought the Nuggets would 100% win. I thought that the Wolves' chance to win was when they were up big, and then once they blew that, I thought they were for sure, like the Nuggets were going to pull it out. But I will say, I thought it was like a good. I didn't think it was crazy to think the Wolves win that game because Anthony Edwards. If you guys saw, I put out a tweet of my top right now current, just cold-blooded NBA players. Anthony Edwards. I don't know. There might not be 3 players I would rather. If I was starting an NBA team today, there might not be 3 players I'd rather have than Anthony Edwards. That guy is a stone cold killer. B, gonna be extremely good, and he looks like a cross. To me, he looks like a cross between Dwayne Wade and a young Michael Jordan. That's what he looks like. I'm not saying he's going to be like an all-time great. I'm just saying his game resembles that to me so much. He is so good. Like, I don't know who I would take over him if I was starting a team. Maybe like Giannis or Luka, and like that might just be the end of the list. I don't know anyone else I'd really take over him. Cat is holding him back. Completely agree. Karl-Anthony Towns is so overrated, dude. I mean, I like him. I think he's like a good guy, but he plays so soft, it's insane. And then not only did that hold him back, that trade for Gobert was just a disaster. I mean, we all know this by now. So, but yeah, Cat does shoot too many threes. 100%. But Anthony Edwards is a baller. So I kind of figured he was going to come out like aggressively. Like, he definitely probably didn't want to get swept. He wanted to win that game last night. So I'm happy that the Wolves won a game, but I mean, there's no way that I thought it was funny. Again, I've come to the conclusion that I just have beef with like the common fan of all these teams because they're so stupid. Like, I saw like Wolves fans, like they put the camera when they went up 12 before they blew that lead, they put the camera on some middle-aged dude in the crowd, and he's like waving goodbye to the Nuggets. Like, what are you waving goodbye to them for? First of all, you're still down 3-1. Second of all, you have to go to Denver now. So it's not like you're sending them home or anything. And third, then it was so poetic that dude was waving, and then they blew that lead and almost lost the game. Like, it was just so funny. Anyways, okay. Bucks definitely win tonight, I think. I don't know if you guys disagree or agree. I saw a couple people in chat said they thought Bucks win too. I'll be putting Bucks in a teaser probably. I might do like a 5.5 point one, and you can get that down to like 2.5, 1.5. I think Bucks win, and then Grizzlies Lakers. I asked in Discord. Everyone in Discord was saying Lakers. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think wins this game tonight? I think that I lean Lakers, but I mean, like, some of these guys, like, okay, Rui Hachimura is not going to keep shooting 80% from deep. Like, it's just not going to happen. And I don't trust D'Angelo Russell in like big moments still. He still has played bad his entire career in the playoffs. So I don't know. Like, it's both sides, because I think the Lakers aren't going to keep playing. Some of their role players are not going to keep playing like they have been. But at the same time, the Grizzlies have been bad on the road all season. So, I mean, I understand definitely why the Lakers are 4.5 point favorites, but it's a tough read. I can't decide. I want to make a teaser, but I don't know if I want to tease. I might tease the Grizzlies to like, I don't know. If we do 5.5 points, you can get it to Bucks minus 2.5 and Grizzlies like plus 10. I might do that. They keep showing A-Rod. Yeah, again, yes. Also, way too much Alex Rodriguez content. That team plays with more heat. I completely agree. I don't even care if it's a hot take. They definitely play better without Ja. If I was them, I would trade him. I don't care. Like, on top of him just acting like an idiot. I know they just paid him all that money, but dude, you would be able to get a king's ransom if you traded Ja Morant. Like, I would trade him. I don't care. Like, if they kept, but I mean, Dylan Brooks sucks also. So they need to get rid of him. He's solid on defense, but he's such an idiot, and he takes the work. His shot selection is so bad. But I mean, if they get their bigs back, and then they have, Bane is solid, and they have some like, I mean, obviously Tyus Jones would be fine as a starting point guard. If you could get two like really good players and a bunch of picks for Morant, I would trade him. It's not like they've won anything anyways. Like, they're not even if Ja didn't miss any time this year, like, the Grizzlies were never winning the championship. Like, I'm sorry. And if they somehow go on and win it, I'll eat my words, but they're not winning. So, you have last year and this year, like, they haven't won anything. I don't know. Do you guys agree? Like, I feel like you would get you could get so much in a trade for Ja. I don't know, like even what team. Like, I mean, they're never gonna trade him, so it's not like I'm speaking this, but I'm just like, I wonder what teams even would try. Like, I wonder hypothetically. I wonder what teams like would be interested. Like, who could they get? I'm gonna be curious to see what the Nets do because if I'm a contender, I'm trying to get Mikal Bridges on my team ASAP. I don't know like if the Nets are gonna keep him because I saw like there's tons of rumors that the Nets are gonna try and get Lillard in the offseason. So I don't know if they want to build around, like Lillard and Bridges, but I don't know. If I was a contender, I would be trying to get Bridges ASAP. I still can't believe the Suns traded him. I said this last week. If the Suns don't win the title, that is like if the Suns don't win the title this year or next year, that is just an extremely, extremely terrible trade. I just hope Suns give him a ring if they win. I agree with that. I'm sure he'll probably get one. I mean, he played more than half the season. The Suns better hope they get a ring because that trade is just so bad. They're out here running out. They're running out Josh Okogie and Torrey Craig is like their main role players because they traded everybody to get Durant. And it's Durant. Like, I'm not saying it's like if you win a title, it works out. But Bam under 20.5, good value. If it's minus one, almost minus 160, I would still pair that with something. Like if you think Bucks win the game, you could pair it with the Bucks. Like you could do that and then just pair it with Bucks to win the game or something. But so yeah, for NBA, I'll be looking at probably another teaser today. I lean Bucks and Lakers here, but I don't know. This Lakers game still feels weird. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers lost, but I probably won't be betting on it a ton. Let's pull up the baseball slate. If you guys have any questions, any props, go ahead and ask. I'll pull up the predictor here in a little bit. We'll look at some NBA props maybe. Rockies, Guardians. This is an interesting game. Cal Quantrill, not a huge fan of his, but I'm also not a huge fan of Austin Gomber. Austin Gomber has the highest expected ERA of any starter pitching today. It's almost 9. Now, his actual ERA is like 12, so he's actually due to get a little bit better than he has been, but he's so bad. I definitely lean Guardians here at home. I hate betting on the Guardians, though. They just sell me every time I bet on them. But I do like them today. So I wouldn't lay minus 200, but you could look to parlay. You could throw the Guardians in a parlay today, I think. Red Sox, Orioles, we have Dean Kremer and Chris Sale. Chris Sale looked fully back to himself in that last start. His velo was back a little bit. Tons of strikeouts. Yeah, I don't like betting against my Orioles, but I think I would lean Red Sox in that game. No official plays there for me, but lean Red Sox. What is this Shams bomb here? Wow, De'Aaron Fox doubtful for Game 5. He fractured his index finger. That is some big news there. Hey, everyone knows we were on the Warriors to win that series. That's a big one right there. If the Warriors can steal Game 5 in Sacramento, get back home for Game 6. Wow. That's big. That's big for the Warriors backers. That is huge. All right, continuing on with baseball. Rangers, Reds. Fun little pitching matchup here. Eovaldi versus Lodolo. Lodolo had a bad start last time out. I don't have any official plays here, but I still am comfortable betting on Lodolo anytime he is an underdog. So I would actually lean. I know there's some money coming in on the Rangers there. I actually lean Reds in that game. And I actually lean under. There's some sharp money coming in on that over, but I would lean under here. I respect these pitchers a little bit. So that's my leans on that game. But again, no official plays there. Astros, Rays have Jose Urquidy and Taj Bradley. Taj Bradley has just looked so good. We talked about this kid the day he made his debut. His expected ERA through 2 starts, 1.59. So he's actually expected to be even better than he has been. 2.61 ERA, 1.59 expected ERA. He's got strikeout stuff. Have not really loved this Astros lineup this year. I mean, it's been struggling a little bit. So I lean Rays here. There's some sharp money on the Astros a little bit, but I lean Rays. Minus 155. I think it's fine. I respect Taj Bradley so far. So I would lean Rays in that game. Blue Jays, White Sox, I have no idea what to do with this game. I truly hate both of these pitchers. I hate Lance Lynn, and I don't like Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett has not been good this year. I've seen a lot of people, if you play DFS, Chris Bassett's going to be pretty high owned today, I think, as a pitcher against the White Sox. Understandably so, because the White Sox lineup is not great against right-hand pitching, but Chris Bassett has the third highest expected ERA on the slate, 7.04. Two runs higher than his 5.4 ERA. His velo's down a little bit. Do not love Chris Bassett this year. Have not liked what I've seen from him. So, but I also don't love Lance Lynn. So I don't know what to do with this game. I don't lean either side. That's an ugly game. I won't be betting on that game. Marlins Braves. You can parlay the Braves with some people today, but I wouldn't be laying minus 265. But Strider should dominate here against the Marlins. Cabrera, I respect. I think he's a good young pitcher. You know, he might be good in a couple years, but his control is too sketchy sometimes. He walks a lot of guys. Braves at home with Strider on the hill. I'm definitely leaning Braves there. You can throw them in a parlay. This is my play of the day for sure. I gave this out last night, so I'll just give it out here on the stream. But I like the Twins over the Yankees tonight. We got the Twins at around minus 140. They're minus 155 now. I know I said I don't really lay over minus 150, but I'm still fine with Twins money line tonight. Sonny Gray has owned the Yankees in his career. Have not liked what I've seen the last week from the Yankees lineup. They just don't look good right now. I feel like the Yankees kind of go as Judge goes. When Judge is red hot, the whole lineup seems to be doing much better. And when Judge is just kind of just average, the lineup really struggles. I think the Twins have a big advantage starting pitching, Gray versus Brito. And I think the Twins lineup, I know they just got beat 2 out of 3 against the Nats, but it was so cold in Minnesota. Like, it's tough to, people overreact too much to 1 game, 2 game sample sizes in baseball. It's too random, in my opinion, to overreact to a few games. And it's also important to remember that we're just now at the 1 month. Like, we've just hit 1 full month into baseball, and it's been pretty cold outside of a 1 week period. It's been pretty cold on the Midwest and East Coast for the majority of the season. So these offenses are going to heat up here when the weather heats up. So I'm not concerned, but I like the Twins tonight, and I think that they win that game. Brewers, Tigers. I would lean the over on this game, but I don't love anything here. I don't know. Matt Boyd's been all right this year. Ray is kind of like a fill-in guy. I don't know. I don't love anything here. A's, Angels. This is a high over under, right? Like, you can see it went from 9 to 10. I still think you can lean over 10, or if you don't want to if you don't want to bet 10 over 10 runs, you could just bet the over 5.5 team total for the Angels. Waldachuk was good in the minors, has not put it together at the major league level yet. The Angels are going to pile in right-handers against him. If we look for the season, Waldachuk against right-handed hitters, a 442 WOBA allowed and a 306 ISO allowed. That 442 WOBA against righties gets compared to a 269 against lefties. Significantly better against lefties than he is righties. The Angels are going to pile in 8 righties tonight. Ohtani's going to be the only lefty batting for the Angels tonight. So I think the Angels put up a lot of runs. If you don't want to bet the full game over 10, just bet that Angels team total over. I think they're scoring 6, 7, 8 runs tonight against Waldachuk and the A's bullpen. It's a great spot for them. He's so bad against righties. You're going to be able to put, 8 of them in there. So I think it's a good spot. I'm not betting Angels for the full game, though, because Jose Suarez on the other side, which is another reason why I think you could go over here. Jose Suarez, not a great pitcher. Now, the A's lineup's terrible, but in no realm of reality am I laying minus 210 on Jose Suarez, literally ever. So I think you just go with the over or the Angels team total here. Last 2 games of the night, we have Royals, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Giants. Mitchell, what's up? Mitchell, what's going on with the Cavs, man? I mean, that was, good God. It was horrific. Brad Keller versus Tommy Henry in this Royals Diamondbacks game. I think Henry's got a little juice to him, but I don't think he should be a minus, 145, minus 150 favorite. So, and I told you guys this is the last start. I think Brad Keller is a little bit better than he gets credit for. He's got a new little pitch mix this year, and he didn't pitch well last game, but I think if I was leaning, I'm not going to have any plays here, but I would lean towards Royals if I was picking a team here, even though the Diamondbacks, you guys know the Diamondbacks and the Pirates have been my 2 teams I've bet on a ton. But I think I would lean Royals in that game. And then last game of the night, I'm a fan of Alex Cobb, as you guys know, but Jomo's been pretty good this year as well. There's definitely some money coming in on the Cardinals there. You can see 62% of the bets, but 72% of the money on the Cardinals. I lean Cardinals, but Alex Cobb is respectable for sure. So I don't have a strong lean there, but I would lean Cardinals if I was picking a team. One thing I found interesting, another reason why I like the Twins, I pointed this out in Discord. If you guys can see this on my screen here, this is the importance of using the live trends tool. And this is why it's awesome that this tool is free. And, you can use this tool every single day at betkarma.com. But you can see the Twins opened at minus 130 favorites, and 53% of the bets and 66% of the money has come in on the Yankees. But that line moved to minus 155 for the Twins. So that set a little alarm off. Obviously, I bet them when they were minus 140, so I saw that right away, but it's gone even more so. The Twins got super steamed after I gave that playout last night. So, I think it's a good spot for the Twins. That's another reason why I really like the Twins today. I hate losing to any team from New York. Agree. Respect to the Knicks. I think that, and everyone, it's a cliche, everyone always says, oh, basketball's better when the Knicks are good, but I do agree with that sentiment. And the Knicks, I can respect Knicks fans. They're very passionate. I think that they're annoying, like Yankee fans, annoying, but they're very passionate. But I agree, man. There's nothing worse than when you like a team and they're losing to the Knicks or the Yankees. This is nothing worse. Does the optimizer on Karma sold separately? Yes, due to the partnership with SaberSim, it's not, the optimizer is not included in core plays. You have to buy them separately, unfortunately. In my opinion, Thibodeau saved his job yesterday. Josh Hart claimed Mitchell, and he benched Randall. 100% agree. Tom Thibodeau has taken JB Bickerstaff. I tweeted this out yesterday. He has absolutely owned the coaching battle of that series. Tom Thibodeau has pushed all the right buttons. JB Bickerstaff has been terrible. If you look at game 1, Bickerstaff's rotation was horrible. He's playing guys like Dean Wade. He didn't put Danny Green in at all, and it was bad. Game 2, Cavs came out. They were hot. They were at home and they were hot. They couldn't miss. So that is what that is. And then you look at game 3. Again, questions of the Cavs are the Cavs put so much focus in defending Jalen Brunson that they just allow the Knicks to get so many open looks from deep. When they have someone on the bench that goes by the name of Lamar Stevens that they haven't put in the game at all. Lamar Stevens is a good defender. So my question for JB Bickerstaff is, why would you not put Lamar Stevens in the game, have him guard Jalen Brunson one-on-one, And if it doesn't work, then you just take, like, you're already losing. You've already been losing these games. You're losing in the games. So what does it hurt you to try this out? If it doesn't, if it doesn't work, then you just take him, you give him 3 minutes, you just take him back out. But Lamar Stevens is the best defender on the bench. He's significantly better defensively than Jetty Osman. Why would you not try him on Brunson so that you don't have to double and try and trap Jalen Brunson every time he does the ball? It's mind-boggling to me. And I'm not an NBA coach. I'm not going to pretend to be an NBA coach. But the stuff that they've been doing clearly is not working. And they're already losing. So why would you not try something else? I don't know. I'm the type of person, I'm just going to keep trying stuff. You're already losing. You have nothing to lose. Why is this dude playing Rubio? Agree. He's horrible. Like, it's not even that he's horrible. He's just he's working his way back. He didn't play that much in the regular season. He just came back after Christmas. He's coming back from major knee surgery. Like, he's not, what you think he's going to stay in front of Brunson or something? Like, no, he stinks. Ben, you're a legend. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in the stream. If you're new, we do the stream Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. So I appreciate you guys. What's next for the Cavs if I was the GM? Okay. First of all, the Cavs, I said this earlier this season, but the Cavs made a colossal mistake. Well, okay, they made multiple mistakes. One was they fired Ty Lue. I don't think they ever should have fired Tyronn Lue. I don't know why they fired Ty Lue. I can't explain it. I don't know. So I don't know why they fired Ty Lue. On top of them firing Ty Lue, Mike Brown should be the coach of the Cavs. He's coached the Cavs multiple times in the last 15 years. And look at what Mike Brown has done with a very, very young team in the Sacramento Kings. Got them to the 3 seed. We'll see what happens with this Fox injury now. But, I mean, they were set up. They could easily win that series. They still can. Now, if Fox misses a game, that's going to hurt because they're going back home to Sacramento. If Fox misses that game and the Warriors win that game, like, that changes a lot of things. But Mike Brown would have been the perfect coach for this young Cavs team. So I think Mike Brown should have been the coach of the Cavs. So they made multiple mistakes with the coaching hires. If I was the GM, JB Bickerstaff is going for sure. I don't care. People will say, like, the Cavs are ahead of schedule, whatever. I don't care. Look at the Warriors. The Warriors were good with Mark Jackson, but they weren't great with Mark Jackson, right? They fired Mark Jackson. So I don't care if the Cavs are good. I don't think that they can be great with him as their coach. So I would be looking for a new coach. Anyone on the roster that isn't named Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, or Donovan Mitchell can get traded. Jared Allen can get traded. Karis LeVert definitely can go. Isaac Okoro can go. That guy's horrible. I don't understand the thesis of Isaac Okoro. The thesis of Isaac Okoro was that he was a terrible three-point shooter in college, and for whatever reason, like, they thought they could turn him into a 3-and-D guy. And he can't shoot. I don't understand it. He's never been able to shoot. So I don't know why they just thought that they could fix that. What's more frustrating to watch it from a Cavs fan point of view is the Knicks are completely comfortable with Isaac Okoro and Jetty Osman shooting open threes, and the Cavs, like, fall for this trap every time down the floor. Like, that's what the Knicks want. The Knicks want those guys to shoot open threes, and they don't shoot at a high percentage clip, so that's what they want. And the Cavs just fall into this. And, like, how many threes did Isaac Okoro take yesterday? 4 or 5? That's about 4 or 5 too many. Horrible. But I don't know. The Knicks team is solid. I don't think it's bad. I don't think they could win the title. I don't think that they could beat the Bucks. If they played the Heat, I think they could beat the Heat. I don't think they could beat the Bucks, though. Knicks can't beat the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, it's just that's tougher. But they could beat the Heat if they played them. 4 or 5. Yeah, the guy should not shoot the basketball at all. Like, if he shot multiples, he's coming back out of the game if I'm coaching. Doesn't matter. No one's beating Boston. Agree. Thank you. I'm glad people are starting to come around on the Celtics. People are starting to come around. I was getting a lot of hate. Go back and look at some of the tweets I made, a month ago. People were like, Boston can't win. Boston's not winning. I still think Boston's the best team in the East. I said that before the playoffs started. Now, if Giannis is fully healthy and it's a Bucks-Celtics 7-game series, yeah, anything can happen for sure. But late to the stream, what bets you lock in? All right, for NBA, I'm going to put a teaser in for NBA. I just haven't decided who yet. I think we're going to do – I can't decide if I want to go Grizzlies or Lakers. I'll probably do like Bucks and Grizzlies. And, like a 5-point teaser, Bucks -2.5, Grizzlies +9.5. If you don't want to do the Grizzlies, you could do the Lakers, and that would get them to +1.5. So I'm probably going to do that for NBA. I'm going to look at NBA props here in a minute. As far as MLB, I didn't really put any plays in today other than Twins. I think the Twins win. I feel really confident in the Twins tonight. So I think the Twins beat the Yankees. But I didn't really put a ton of baseball bets in yet. Just Twins. And then hockey, we talked a little bit about hockey. I can't figure out Leafs Lightning. The Rangers sold so much money for me over the weekend. I'm mad at them. I still think they win tonight, but I'm still mad at them. It's early, but which matchup will be better, Denver versus Suns or Lakers, Golden State? Wow, that is tough. Those are both really good. I think those are both way better than the East series. Like, I think Celtics will just roll. And I think that, like, if the Bucks play the Cavs or the Knicks, I think the Bucks win like pretty easily. So I think both of those series will be much better than the Eastern Conference series. In terms of which one would be better, I don't know. Tough not to say Lakers, Golden State. Who do you guys think would win those? I think I lean Suns over Nuggets. Nuggets are playing good, but I think I lean Suns over Nuggets, and I would lean Golden State over the Lakers. I've said this, it's too hard to beat the Warriors in a 7-game. Like if that goes game 7 and you're at Golden State, like that's tough to win there, man. I think it's going to be Golden State, Phoenix, Boston, Milwaukee, probably Final Four. And I think Boston's getting out of the East. Golden State, Phoenix is a toss-up, man. I don't know. Phoenix better hope it's them. I'd like the predictor here before we get out of here. I want to find some props. All right, well, I already see Dylan Brooks under points that predictor likes. I'm totally down to bet on that. Murray looks great. Aaron Gordon is solid. That was a really good pickup for them, I think. I think he's really good. MPJ is the key, though. I agree. If Michael Porter Jr. like if he's hitting open shots, like that gives them a whole different dynamic. Because Murray and Jokic are going to do what they do, but I actually think MPJ is like the key. For MLB core plays, how many core plays are listed? It's 2 or 3. I'll make 1 or 2 and Spike makes 1. It just depends. We've actually been doing pretty good. We had I won a tournament on DraftKings. I don't know if it was last Thursday, I think, on the night slate, and I cashed day slate and the evening slate on Saturday. We won yesterday. There's some the DraftKings brought back these single entry tournaments I like this week, so I might be playing a little more volume this week than I have the first couple weeks. Who is the key for the Warriors? That's a good question. I honestly think it's Jordan Poole, to be honest with you. Like, Curry's going to do what Curry does. Clay's going to do what Clay does. Draymond's going to do what he does. And, like, Jordan Poole has to play good for them. Like, Jordan Poole was so good in the finals for them last year, and the whole playoff run, really, but especially in the finals. Wiggins, too, 100%. But I feel really confident in Andrew Wiggins, honestly. Like, I don't think we would get in a situation where he doesn't play well. Even if Wiggins is in like such a good spot with that team because he doesn't have to play well offensively. Like, he'll get some points, he'll get some open looks, like he'll get a couple open threes, and he needs to score like 10 points at least, but he just does so much defensively for them that it doesn't really matter what he does on offense because he just helps so much defensively. Jordan Poole has to like give them points off the bench. Or I don't know if they'll keep the starting lineup that they ran yesterday where they brought Draymond off the bench. I don't know if they'll keep that, but regardless, Jordan Poole, the first 2 games of that series against the Kings, Jordan Poole looked like unplayable. Like, they couldn't put him on the floor. He was that bad. So he has to play. If he just plays remotely okay, like, they're just so tough to beat. You and Spike, I do cash. It's Mitchell. I know you were in there for football. It's similar to football for me. Like, I play cash games in like the small field tournaments with my team. So that's what my core is. Spike is more like tournaments. But then sometimes I'll like I do for NFL, like I'll have like my main team and I do like a tournament team too. If I like a certain stack or something that I couldn't get to. What props do you like for Lakers game? I definitely like this. I'm fine betting Brooks under. I like this Rui under 13.5 too. The predictor likes. They have him at 11. I said at the top of the stream, like, has this guy missed a 3-pointer this whole series? I don't know if he has. The guy's like unbelievable, and he's just not going to keep shooting that well. So Dylan Brooks under points. Rui under points looks fine. Let's see here. Fantasy points. D'Angelo Russell unders, I think I'm fine with. Like, you would assume Russell would have to play better at some point, but I just don't trust him in the playoffs. So the predictor likes his unders. I would be fine taking that. I kind of like the predictor doesn't like Ja over. His line's so high at 43.5, but I don't know. The Lakers kind of let Ja get cooking there. I don't know how it's gonna play out tonight. I think that was like the one mistake the Lakers made is they let, like, I know the game was out of reach, but Ja just seeing the ball go in that much, like, if he comes out hot tonight, it could backfire a little bit. If I was going to bet on a Lakers over, I would definitely lean AD over LeBron. If you want to do like a combo, like PRAs or points plus rebounds, I think AD, given how he's been playing. LeBron seems pretty content right now to just, I don't want to say take a back seat, but it's like he seems content just kind of orchestrating the offense. Like, even in that last game, the Lakers got up so much, so he didn't have to. But I didn't really see LeBron like looking to take over. I think he's fine kind of just manning the offense and letting these other guys go to work. So if you want to bet an over on someone on Lakers, I think AD. But I like Rui under. I like Dylan Brooks under points. Rui's legit. He's played so well. I mean, he's played literally the best basketball of his career. Yeah, Mitchell, the website's getting worked on right now. Yeah, the site's done. Yeah, we're updating the website right now. I don't know when it'll be back up, but I know you're in the Discord, so I'll post in the Discord. But I know that they're working on something, updating it. If you message me, Mitchell, if you message me in Discord, and I can get you like if for whatever reason it's still getting worked on, I can get you the course for tonight. I'll just I'll message them to you. Favorite Heat Bucks prop? I don't really know what to do with Giannis. 43 feels a little low for his PRAs, but it's so easy to re-aggravate a back injury. But 43 PRA seems a little low for Giannis. Kevin Love over 8.5 points. I don't know. That's a weird one, I guess, because Kevin Love is kind of like the matchup for Kevin Love gets significantly worse when Giannis is back on the floor than versus Giannis being out. So I don't know. I might actually avoid that one. Max Strus over points. The predictor doesn't like it, but I kind of like him to get 13 or more. So maybe Strus, but Giannis 43 PRA seems a little low for me. Favorite two teams to parlay for tonight? Probably Bucks and Twins. Bucks got steamed hard, though. They're minus 355. Let me see what that pays out, though. Bucks and Twins is plus 110. Probably Bucks and Twins, but I don't have a lean there. If Jimmy and Bam get ruled out, do you see the Bucks sitting Giannis? I haven't really thought about that. I'm not sure. I don't know if they'd sit him just because he's missed. I feel like maybe he just wouldn't play as many minutes, but they probably want to get him back out there just to like get his feet back under him. But I'm sure he wouldn't be playing like 40 minutes, I guess, unless they were somehow losing. You said Strus over. Yeah, Strus over 12.5 points, I think was his line. I think I like that. Yeah, Strus over 12.5 points. I actually probably prefer that to the Giannis 43 PRAs just because I just don't know about the minutes and stuff. Thank you for the show. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, we do this Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We've been here almost an hour today. Holy, this is flying by. All right. I have a couple plays posted in the Discord. I'm going to post the NBA teaser here in a little bit. We got Twins at minus 140 last night. That moved up to minus 155. Do I run back the NHL parlay? We've been kind of hot on NHL, but I don't know if man, I don't love these games tonight. Can you show assists? Yeah, I got you. Get 80 at 3. Lowry at almost 5. Oh, you said Lakers game. I don't know. There's no really strong leans there, I guess. 8 for Morant is pretty high, I think. I wouldn't touch an over 8. I don't think. I don't know. I'm seeing Lowry's 3.5 on FanDuel, and this has him at almost 5, so that looks all right. It says Sportsbook 4, but I'm seeing him 3.5 on FanDuel right now, so you can maybe look at that. But I also don't want to bet on Kyle Lowry because it's Kyle Lowry, so. Angels win. I do think the Angels will win tonight, but I talked about that game a little bit. Oh, that was another play I gave out to whoever asked about Angels over 5.5 runs team total. I like that. I'm gonna put that in after the stream. I like that. I think that I think they're gonna put up some offense tonight, and then you don't have to bet the full game over 10. You can just take their team total. So I think they're gonna score 7 or 8 runs tonight. So Twins money line, Angels over 5.5 runs team total. I don't know about the NBA teaser. We're definitely Bucks. I can't decide if I want to tease the Grizzlies or Lakers. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching the stream. I'll be in Discord if you need anything else. BetKarmaChat.com. Download the BetKarma app. Click the chat room link if you want access. I'll be in there. And good luck with your bets tonight, guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday.